Box score breakdown here at the Voice of College Football. Appreciate you stopping by. Please like the video, share the videos out on social media, and subscribe right here. Every Saturday night into Sunday morning, after all the college football games are complete, I try to get to as many box scores as I can. I'm a stats nerd. Want to know the stats, want to know what happened. I look through the game cast, the recap, watch as many highlights as possible, and again, go through the box scores. But when you consider 133 teams playing FBS football, that's like 65 box scores. So we get to as many as possible and thought, hey, it hit me the other day. May want to share this with the fine folks at home and see if you care to run through the box score with me. Let's do it. And if we're going to get started on this, this is the way to kick it off with a historic one and a historic statistical performance from one Jayden Daniels as LSU beats Florida in Death Valley 52-35 on Saturday night. Jayden Daniels was remarkable. He became the first quarterback in the history of FBS football to throw for 350 yards and rush for at least 200, and he did much better than that at 372 passing and 234 rushing. As Brian Kelly said after the game, the Heisman should go to the best player in college football, and this guy is the best player in college football. Came out of concussion protocol this week after getting dinged against Alabama last week. Also notched the longest run in the history of LSU quarterback play with an 85-yard touchdown run. He was a drive unto himself in that one play 85-yard drive as LSU amassed 702 yards of total offense. And they did it by only converting 2 of 8 on 3rd and 4th down. That's hard to do. LSU and Jayden Daniels rushed for 329 yards. That's tough to do at 9.4 yards per pop. Florida had a decent offensive showing itself with 27 first downs and 488 total yards, but not even close to the prolific LSU showing. There's Jayden Daniels' night, 372 passing on 17 of 26. That's getting a ton of mileage out of 17 completions, 3 touchdowns and no picks. There you see the rushing effort, 12 carries for 234. Even if you take away the 85-yarder, he goes 11 rushes for 149. So they just basically couldn't stop him the entire night. That is one of the craziest individual box scores I've ever seen. Josh Williams, they had to give the running back the ball once in a while, 11 carries for 30 yards. Former Penn Stater Noah Cain, 5 carries for 25 yards. As LSU, again, 329 on the ground at 9.4 yards per carry. Well, if Jayden Daniels was throwing for all that yardage, somebody had to catch it. That would be Brian Thomas Jr., 6 receptions for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. Malik Neighbors chipped in pretty well, 6 for 132. There you see Josh Williams had a 45-yard catch, and Noah Cain had a 6-yard touchdown reception. Did anybody play defense? Well, not really, but LSU did get 4 sacks, including ones from Harold Perkins, and then also a half a sack from Jordan Jefferson and Savion Jones, sacks from Braden Swinson, and also Paris Shand. Yeah, let's not forget about the Florida offense. It was pretty decent on this night, scoring 35 points. That should be enough to win. Graham Mertz leading the way with 311 passing yards, no picks, and a touchdown pass. Mertz also broke Tim Tebow's record with 204 consecutive passes without an interception. Obviously, he did not throw a pick on the night, so that record is still ongoing for Graham Mertz. Trevor Etienne with a fine day rushing, 18 carries for 99 yards and 3 touchdowns. Montrell Johnson had 16 carries for 70 yards. The Florida rushing attack, 42 for 177. Ricky Pearsall, of course, had a nice season. The former Arizona Stater, 7 catches for 103. On this night, Eugene Wilson had the 1 touchdown reception from Graham Mertz. He caught 6 balls for 63. The Gators did little on defense, of course. Besides miss a lot of tackles, blow a lot of coverages, and chase Jayden Daniels all over the field, they did have 2 sacks, one from Jadon Hill, who had 7 total tackles to lead the team. So Florida gives up 52 points. You would think that that doesn't happen very often, but it's only been 2 seasons since Florida gave up 52 in a game. And who they do that against? Remember this one? Florida 70, Samford 52 back in 2021. The last time the Gators gave up more than 52 points, That was against Oklahoma in that ill-fated Cotton Bowl when everyone sat out and they lost 55-20 to Spencer Rattler and company in 2020. That came right after a SEC championship game in which they gave up 52 against the Tide. Yeah, this LSU offense has been amazing and Jayden Daniels has been spectacular. But if we compare it to the unit under Joe Burrow in 2019, well, it pales into comparison. LSU has scored 40 points this season 7 times. That 2019 edition, 12 times did they score 40 points. LSU this season has scored 50 points 3 times. That LSU team 7 times as LSU defeats Florida for a 5th straight time. These two teams have been playing since 1937, and that's the longest winning streak in the series. Also keep in mind that LSU and Florida are permanent rivals in the old SEC format that goes back to 1992, so they've played every year since 92. And with the format change in the SEC with Texas and Oklahoma coming into the league in 2024, that may come to an end at some point. All right, a fun time checking out the LSU Florida box score. Do you have any requests for me? Leave them down below, and we will check out your box score of choice. While we're in the SEC, keep in mind, we've launched an SEC channel. Get on over there and check out what we provide each and every week at the Voice of College Football, SEC. The link is in the description section right here at the Voice of College Football.